Hello and welcome, my lovely Aries. I am the Queen of Clovers and welcome to my channel. This is going to be your general 2022 reading, and leading up to it, whatever messages we get. As with all tarot readings, remember to take what is yours, leave out all the rest, stay for the entirety of the reading. It'll be one of those fine 3-spread reads, or we'll just clarify to death. I'm not going to read any of the oracles in reverse. That's not how they're designed. Gratitude. All right. Let's just get to it, my darlings. Oh, yes. Please do subscribe and hit that like button if you are enamored by this reading. But let's check it out. For now, we have gratitude. It did come out in the reverse, but that doesn't mean that you're being an ingrate. Unless, you know, Aries, you know what I'm talking about. Like for now, as an Aries, I don't know if you guys actually are sunshine babies as much as I am as an Aries. And it's raining right now in Southern California. It's rained like the 5 days out of 7, maybe every day. And it's just killing me right now. And I need to be grateful because it's going to green up. We have some hills here on the toll roads, and they do look like, I mean, it looks like Ireland in the photos when you're driving through in March and you know, the spring. And I need to be more appreciative of that and try and just warm up a little more. I definitely need gratitude somewhere in my heart for that. But this is definitely gratitude, and mostly gratitude for the year to come. Everything you've gone through this year, Spirit is saying that is something you had to do. That is something you had to learn. If you still feel a little infantile, a little unsatisfied, Spirit is saying that that's because you haven't received the rewards of it. You've only received the lessons of it thus far. So there's something here for you to take in, that, you know, you haven't been presented with the bouquet of roses, and you have not yet been crowned. So it seems to me like you got a little more waiting time, and a lot of you don't want to do it. A lot of you don't want to do it anymore, but what else are you going to do, huns? A lot of you are thinking about changing roads, and Spirit is, because you may have taken all you can from this too, and it just may be life in general. Just really believe you are where you are supposed to be. Oops. Silly cards. All right, let's see, 2022. 9 of Coins. There's something, you know, a lot of us had a tough Christmas, and a lot of it is because we didn't spend that much. And looks like you're going to come out of this one a little bit better than most. But you have enough to just start over. And this new start, let's see what we're getting here. The World. There's something about coming into this new year that is going to, this is why you're going to have a lot of gratitude. You're going to be grateful of the 9 of Coins, the Ace of Coins, and the World. This 9 of Coins, it just means you maybe did not connect financially with another person over 2021. And 2022 is coming in saying that's okay, because you've managed quite well on your own. Some of you may feel alone financially, but this is something to be appreciated. Spirit is like, well, there's, you know, nobody's stealing from you. Nobody's, you know, taking from you. So it's okay to be alone. You make the financial decisions on your own. You execute them on your own. There's money waiting for you. You know, nobody else had to buy lunch today on that account. There's something about that, just an independence of financial, that Spirit is saying, now you can move on. You know, if you were a bit unsure of how things were going financially, you're going to feel stronger this year for what you've been through last year. This year's going to be a cakewalk, even though people think it might not be. You guys, this is old hat. You have mastered the world. There's a sense of physical mastery here with the 9 of Coins, and then the Ace of Coins, like an ending and then a restarting. And then you have the World here. So there's a lot of financial endings. So you're going to come into a lot of financial beginnings for the year, especially if this is the way your year starts. I'm going to check out this Ace of Coins here. The Hierophant, this would be traditional income. This would be getting the job you want, getting, you know, your, what is it, like investments, with the Four of Cups, things you've had to wait for, or things you've had to research or find out the exact truth to. Not very fun stuff, a lot of old hat business that is going to get you to this Ace of Coins. This could be your starting point, Aries. You know, you've done it the traditional way, you've stuck it out, you've put in the work, and you've gotten, you know, you've gotten some rewards. Don't get me wrong. You've also had memories and a little resume building. We're definitely talking about your coinage here, but the traditional way is not the way. There's going to be something else. The sadness that comes with the Four of Cups, there is a bit of sadness, maybe more like a boredom, that, or a hell's bells, you know, a same old that is kind of holding you down. The Spirit is saying this Ace of Coins is going to be you taking on the world. This is a big project that you are going to put yourself into. Some of the biggest of your life, perhaps. Oops, thought I flipped a card there. And it's really going to take you out of the boredom, the regular life. I mean, yeah, you're definitely going to go, ooh, hermity. Okay, don't panic. This isn't necessarily hiding out in a cave. This is also getting a Two of Cups and love. This is walking your own path. This is maybe going away that nobody else has been. It's following your own light. The Hermit card doesn't mean you're going to have to stay more indoors, which would be a tragedy, wouldn't it, after these last couple years we've been through, and maybe more. But you're not going to be alone in this. When you begin to walk this path, it's going to feel quite alone, but you are going to find companionship there, and it could even be love. And that is because you will be showing your whole true self. And when you show your whole true self, especially in your work, in production of a physical item, of an earthen type of creation, you tend to attract more of everything towards you. So even though you may be working as, you know, a bartender, because you started to build something else, perhaps, you know, switched it up. Now you work for a liquor producer. Now that you're producing liquor, it's even as a receptionist, suddenly you're part of a game of creating something a little more physical that just, man, it'll start stirring that energy. And that's how you'll come into other contexts, other groups, other professions, something new, something so foreign that the company is a little scarce, but it is tried, true, authentic, and it's a very close. Two of Cups, there is this is like pre-love. This is oh, Aries, this is like, I'm going to clarify the Two of Cups. Oop, calm down. All right, so this is like pre-love, like falling in love, but there's going to be a little falling out of love to start. A Tower, a big shakeup is coming our way, Aries. Don't worry, we have the strength to manage it with the Four of Coins. It's going to be a saving time. This is one of those, you know, I really feel bad for people who do not know how to live poor. You know, I don't want to say my parents were poor growing up, but we definitely had a lot less than other people. Or, you know, my parents were wise with their money, so it's very possible we just didn't get Nikes and stuff like other kids, or Hello Kitty stuff for school, because they were spending our money properly. We also went on a 6-week vacation when I was in 2nd grade. Amazing trip, right? But it involves a lot of sandwiches, a lot of holding back and releasing all this magic. See how this, when you start holding back, you kind of create some fire, some smoke, and then you can keep it going. Keep it going with this Strength card, because, oh my God, this Tower is a welcome Aries Tower. I know a lot of people might be like, well, how can the Aries Tower be welcome? This is like to clarify the love portion too. So there might have to be some withholding, like we're coworkers right now on a 6-month project, and there's no, and I'll touch you on 6 month plus 1 day. You know, we can start making out or even dating. But until then, no, I must restrict myself. This could also be making a commitment to your celibacy, Spirit says, like a sexual restraint. Or, you know, just so that you can focus on other things. And so you can maybe not just focus on other things, it might just be focusing on one person, seeing as how this involves the Two of Cups. I can't remember the sports movie, but they ask, how do you know you love a girl? And, you know, one of the baseball players, you know, professional baller says, you know, you start using condoms with all the other girls. And it's like that sense. I know that's horrible, but it's down to I'm only going to be passionate with this person, or this, you know, it's boiling it down and condensing it and saving it. It's like saving up, and it may not have to do with sex. Remember, it's just some type of restraint that you, God give me strength, but it's going to bring about the Tower. And this Tower is, okay, Spirit also said some of you who have a really crazy ex that you're afraid to flaunt maybe a new relationship in front of, Aries. That's going to change, and there will be smoke. You have not been doing it for this reason, maybe only slightly now, but you may have hesitated for the sake of peace or whatever, but you don't need that anymore. And here comes the Tower. Ooh, yes, very, ooh. I feel it. It's love. It's love. The Tower is love. It's opening, you're open all of a sudden. For whatever reason, it might just be because you've been your authentic self. I do have a Capricorn in my energy. Aries and a Devil card, or the Capricorn. This is the temptation to be our true starter selves as well. But I just feel that Capricorn and Aries rubbing shoulders energy. You are not even looking in the same direction, but you are going to both be shaken by the Tower. Some old temptations are just not going to do. It's one of the things the Tower is going to shake up. Old rules, old philosophies. You know, you may have set up something to restrain thyself, because we know how girls have rules, right, in our heads, and to protect ourselves from getting carried away. This feels like that's what's going to fall down. One of those interior rules or ideologies where you're just like, Spirit is saying, trust yourself. You will not regret it. Let's get some more clarity on these, this new journey. This is like, you know how I mentioned like a bartender like selling alcohol? That could literally be a message for somebody. Like, you may go from like the beginnings of a career, and you're like knee-deep Capricornian CEO by the end of the year. That is a secondary message. A lot of you, this is going to be love though. And it's just not necessarily a Capricorn. It is the great temptation. Like, you never said you date somebody you work with, or you never said you date somebody who didn't drive a Mercedes, but or a Porsche, right? This is all here now, and it's like, oh, I can let that shit go because you just don't need it anymore. You know, there's, with that Nine of Pentacles and starting a new journey, possibly a new job, of course, but it's just like you're moving into an area where you're more authentically yourself. Eight of Wands. All right. Yes, this is a defiance of some goals and some plans. A very... I don't know where this goes, but I'm going to tell you right now. Yeah, it's not really going to be planned, honey bunnies, but you are going to come out being the boss in a bit of a way, and you're going to attract something that just kind of stops by. It's going to be a little hard to pin down this Knight of Wands, this Jack of Wands, to make it lovey-dovey. The love is there. This was more of a sideways card, but this is not going to be an intentful meeting. Like, you're not going to have a candlelight dinner before in this connection that might be coming in this January. I really feel January. I can't help but say that. Like Mike Tyson, January. That's when he's like, when are you going to fight again, Mike? That's the fight he came down. I know it's been so long. But this is going to be like, if any of you have been single for a very long time, this is going to be like the hookup or the happening that just you didn't see coming. This is literally, fine, I'll have coffee with you just because I haven't been out with anybody else. Of course, you're not going to tell him that, but, you know, You know, dust off some old dancing shoes maybe, and this person is like, you know, they come in like a flash. It's like just the new person in your life suddenly decides that you are a boss, and they're like, you know, we should just spend a little time together, and you go, okay, sure, and unbelievably the connection is divine. You're going to doubt it because it happens so fast. Just because the feelings come in a rush and so quickly doesn't mean your actions have to. It's very important to pay attention to that when you're unsure. I mean, that's how I was. Let's see. Oh, follow the Ace of Coins. That is a repeater card in this reading. It was in the Joy to Be portion of the reading. The Ace of Coins. You know, you have a lot more time. Spirit is just saying, warning you about your Ace of Coins is your new set of time. And you may have a need to better use your time. Seven of Swords. Be careful about sitting there and thinking and staring at the wall. And use your time wisely is what Spirit is saying. I did not understand that card at all. You're not going to get to go out a lot, is that they say. So there's this sense, this Ace of Coins. Oh, two, another two. You have a couple decisions. So a twos, fours, threes. But this Ace of Coins is probably the most card in the reading. And really, Spirit is just cautioning you not to waste this new start. It's going to feel like a new start, like the new clock when the new year comes. And just grab hold of it even though it's winter. And make things happen for you, Aries. Sounds like a plan. Thank you for listening to me and sharing your energy with me. Please like and subscribe if enamored by my reading. Of course, there will be more to come. And have a great, great January 2022, my lovely Aries.